what I think this movie officially represents is communication is needed in every relationship. And when I mean every relationship, I mean every relationship personally, mentally, emotionally, at work, at home, on the school bus, on the platform, in the flat, everywhere. Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon reviewing Splitsville. What's about pretty simple premise. We have two couples. One of them is about to get a divorce after a year, and the other one has an open relationship with the kid. And the guy on this one keeps going to town because he has work. That's what they say. Dakota Johnson is a little bit lonely. The guy that has a divorce has sex with Dakota Johnson, and now we have this girl who's kind of jealous is now they're going to do an open relationship. And how is this relationship going to actually be? Because are there little things in the past? Are things that they're lying about going to haunt them forever? Okay, I made it sound like a horror film, but it's not. And I thought it was a pretty damn good film. I mean, there are specific scenes in this movie where I laughed out loud. When I was laughing out loud, I was like, thank God. It's not sex jokes. It is something actually naturally funny. And or it's not like too grotesque, right? Which, I can say that, but I have a written script where some of the stuff is pretty grotesque. Anyway, like the roller coaster scene. Absolutely freaking hysterical. I was dying laughing at that scene. And there's also other scenes in the movie where I was just straight up like, this shit is funny. The main four actors do a pretty damn good job. And if I'm not mistaken, two of them also wrote it as well. If I'm not mistaken. So you could tell they probably wrote, maybe directed. I don't know. I got to do research before I write in this one. But like I said, I went to bed pretty early because of watching 3 movies. But this movie overall is about just communication with the world and what you're willing to do. Because how many lies are you going to tell without just it exploding? Why are you doing something, assuming something from the other person? And so many different things of, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't do what you're doing. And the very first, I would say, where the credits are, where the guy's just running, that's another funny part. Because I was like, where is this going? And it goes to a friend's house. And I think that's the other caveat is they are friends. Because in the trailer, it almost felt like they weren't friends, that it was just randomly there. But it is kind of random at the same point if they were just traveling somewhere to do pottery class with their best friends. It didn't feel like that when the movie started off, but it is what it is. I'm a little bit confused about wait, how do they know each other? It's like, oh, but they're going there for pottery class? I don't know. It was a little bit confusing, but hey, I'm a pea brain. I'm a freaking pea brain. But when the movie does keep going and going, there are antics where I was like, this is kind of the shtick is getting a little bit old. But then you add fresh characters like Jackson. Jackson's a hysterical damn creature. A person. He is freaking hysterical. Every time he's on screen, it's pretty good. But the stick keeps going and going. And you're like, okay, where is this overarching theme going to go? And who is going to get with what? And it does take a turn about some seriousness of, what wine can do to relationships. And something at the very, very end is do you believe where the ending is? Yes and no, because I do feel like they are two very poor, different people. And I'm talking about one of the relationships. The other relationship, I could see that one kind of staying in that realm for what past mistakes were done. But the other one, I don't know. It just felt like there were two very different peas in the pod, and it just didn't feel right. Yes, maybe because you had those personal experiences that you realize, wait a minute, maybe sex with a bunch of dudes isn't life. Life is finding that one person that is the truly nice guy, the one person that will communicate with me, the one person that will try the hardest to make our lives better and do anything to sacrifice for us. So maybe that would work. But I just don't like one of the girls and her antics. So that maybe rubbed me a little bit of the wrong way with this movie. But it's just kind of nitpicking here and there because it's a good looking movie. It's a simple movie. It's a fun movie. And sometimes it is harder to come by just simple, fun humor movies like this. And yes, even though it's about Splitsville and you think it's going to be a lot about sex, it is, but it doesn't indulge in the audience like, I have to show, like, don't, honey, anal beads coming out of the butt or stuff like that. Like, yeah, there is a sex scene, but it's nothing graphic, and the nudity is more like playful nudity. So that's why I think I like this movie more than others, because it's playful, it's fun, it's humorous, it had a good message, good themes, and like I said, if I'm laughing at a movie, I'm having a good time. So Splitsville will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons, which equals that 80%. So let's see the critics and user scores gave this one. Critics at 87% with 83 of them. Audience score at 93% with over 50. Critic consensus: a classic farce with a modern relationship dynamics. Splitsville spreads the comedic wealth across its balanced ensemble. I have to agree. I have to agree with that consensus. 80, 87, 93. Chase Hockey with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of those Butontopia. You Boof Tony. Thank you for watching. A great day. I can watch this today, tomorrow, week from now, a year from now. I'll every single freak of one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. Are you going to split from this review before this part? Probably.